What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk to you about my EDC. I keep it nice and simple, and I'll go over each one as best as I can. The first is my wallet. Of course, I can't go anywhere without my wallet. I love this wallet because I made it. I actually sewed this together with the intention to sell these one day, but I wanted to test it myself, and it's been about a year and a half, and this has really taken a beating, and it's starting to fray now. I just need to know, would you buy a wallet like this from someone? And if you would, how long do you expect it to last? This is duck canvas. It only carries a few cards, to avoid you carrying too much in your wallet and have it be too bulky in your pocket. In the last couple of weeks, I've carried this in my front pocket, and it's great. It's not intrusive at all. Next is my pouch. This pouch goes with me every single day. And every time that I think maybe I shouldn't carry such a big pouch because it looks weird, it's around my body, and some people might think that I'm actually carrying, a pew-pew. It's just weird, right? And every time I think that, somebody stops me and goes, "Where did you get that?" And I tell them the story that I made it, and they don't believe me. And then I show them, and they're like, "Oh, pretty cool." And then it makes me go, "Yes, thumbs up. I want this." I made this, I put it together, I should say. I bought this pouch on Amazon. They don't sell this particular pouch anymore, but all you need to do is just measure your phone and look for a pouch that fits that dimension. You don't want your phone sticking out that much. Find a pouch that fits you and that you like, and then add rope to it. Here's what I did. I took one end of the rope and I looped it and wrapped it with paracord so that it could fasten that loop. Just like that. I put the rope through the sort of the bands that it came with, and I tied a knot in between so that it wouldn't shift this way or that way. It just stays right here. So think of this knot as a stopper. The cord continues and goes in through a key ring that I added. Put the rope through there. It goes into the original loop that we made, and then back on this side, I tied another loop around a carabiner and then fasten the carabiner here. I added these knots to make it smaller because it was too long and it was too loose on my body. So I made these two knots just to kind of fasten it and make it tight. I didn't want to have to cut it because you never know. What if I bulk up, get all strong and stuff, and then it won't fit on my chest. So I need to loosen one of these up. I can. I added I think it's a 6-foot paracord for emergencies. You never know when you need to tie something down on a bed of a truck, or if you need to save someone. I don't know, maybe someone gets cut and you just need a piece of paracord. I just pull this out and then yank this, and the whole thing comes undone in seconds. I just added that on here for emergencies. I added another piece of paracord. I can't tell you how I made these knots because I don't remember, but I remember looking up tons of knots on YouTube until I figured out how to make these loops. Not quite what I expected them to be, but they're functional. They carry things like my keys, my glasses, and a lamp. This is my favorite lamp now. It's a Olight. I bought it on Amazon. I like it because it clips. It has that clip, and then it has another clip here, so you can put it, on your hat if you're working on something. Go Kings, go! I love this flashlight as well. It stays there. And then with my keys, what I love about it is that I took from an old car seat, child's car seat. These are meant to anchor the child car seat to the actual car itself. The car seat had about 3 of these. I took them. Truth be told, every time I see a child's car seat thrown out in the trash, like someone threw it out, I take my knife and I cut these out because these are really handy. I prefer these over a regular carabiner. These are just really easy and very sturdy. These are freaking metal, man. They're strong, really strong. This will break. Eventually it'll break. Either the spring mechanism or this will bend. I've gone through several of these. Go with these. Disclaimer, do not take them off unless you do not plan on using that car seat anymore, because safety first. Next is my blade. It's not your average blade. It's a blade by Gerber. I got it at Home Depot, Gerber. And I like it because it's a multi-tool. I don't really need a bigger knife. I have one. It was a very practical one. It had a bottle opener and a glass breaker, which, by the way, I need to get a glass breaker for my car. Oh, actually, I have one. Never mind. But this is a blade. It's like a box cutter, and I use it at work to cut boxes or to trim something or to cut little things here and there. It's a really handy blade. I really like that when you retract it, it also has this opening, and don't worry, like a finger doesn't even fit in there, but it has this opening so that you can cut cord. And I mostly use that to rip out tags and clothes, Here, let me show you. It's just to cut cords like that without having to open up the blade. Just cut them out. And on the other side, we have a bottle opener. I use it. I drink Cokes. I don't drink beer, but it comes in handy. Every once in a while, somebody needs a bottle opener. Boom, it's there. And then it has this, which is like a little mini crowbar. So I use it to pry open cans and all kinds of stuff. And it's come in handy to be able to separate something, open up even like key rings. For example, I just cut my nails and I can't open that. Well, you could just stick that in there and see, it's open. I've not used it in this way, but this edge serves as a screwdriver for a flathead. And then I believe this little centerpiece is a wire stripper. It comes in handy. It's come in handy. I tied a piece of paracord so when it sticks out of my pocket, instead of grabbing the blade itself, I just pull it from here. It's quicker that way. Has a nice little clip, fits in your pocket. It's really thin. It's non-intrusive. And then lastly, my journal. I don't go anywhere without it. And I can't talk about my journal without bringing this one back in because I have all my pens. By the way, my phone fits in here and all my pens, and I'll go over what these pens are in just a second. I made this. This is a handmade, obviously, because it looks kind of crummy. It's my handmade traveler's notebook designed to hold specifically the notebooks that I am making myself. So I make all these notebooks and I'm journaling. I'm using them to journal. So I can carry my journal with me everywhere I go. This has replaced this. Obviously, this one does not fit in my pocket, but I would carry it in a backpack, but obviously I can't carry my backpack everywhere. So I replaced it with this. And it holds 3 journals for now. It can hold 4, but right now it's holding 3. My interstitial journal, where I journal everything that happens every single day, from when I get up to what I have for lunch to what I do at work and when I get home from work and all that other stuff. The second one is my daily journal. This is where I slow down. I really slow down and write things that are more deeper, things that I want to remember or things that I want to explore or learn. And then lastly, my field notes. Thanks, Ivan. This is a collection of beautiful words with lyrics, wisdoms to be better with words so I can talk gooder. Little dad joke there. So I write little quotes and things like that in here. At the end or the back of my traveler's notebook, I have a crafter's ruler. This helps me find the center of things. I use that for work all the time when I'm trying to find the center of an image that I'm going to be heat pressing or something to that effect. Really handy. Plus, if I need a regular ruler, I know that my field notes has the regular ruler that I can measure, or I could just count this as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, 6. That's my notebook. Let's talk about pens. These have changed throughout the years, and I know the last time I recommended this one, and I still do. I love this one. I just ran into an issue with this. It's a personal issue. I still recommend everyone to get this. This is the Pigma Micron 02. The issue that I've had is that the stub for the ink is way too short and it's too close to the metal piece that's holding it. And so if I'm writing sideways, every once in a while, I get no ink because I'm writing sideways. So that's my fault. I should be writing more upright. To solve that issue, I just traded it in for a Zebra Sarasa Clip pen. This is an 05 pen, writes really smooth. Not my favorite, but not my worst pen either. I bought a set a few weeks ago and I kept the red and the black pen. It comes in other colors, but I kept those 2 for my journaling. And then recently I purchased these Faber-Castell. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Faber-Castell or Faber-Castell. And it's a set as well, but I kept only the orange and the green, and I'll show you why. On this other side, I have, you can't see the writing anymore, but this is a elegant writer's pen in a chisel tip. I believe this is a 2. Same with these pens. These are also chisel tip, and I specifically chose chisel tip, and I'll explain why in just a second. And then finally, this is my Pigma Micron 05 in a gray color. And this, I don't have the same issue because the tip is actually bigger. I don't know if I messed the other one up or not, but I'd have to look at my other pens. But this is a good pen, and I'll show you how I'm using all of them, okay? I tested out all the different colors that the Faber-Castell pen had, and that's actually a 2.5 chisel tip. Originally, I was going to use the black, but I noticed that the Elegant Writer is a darker black, a deeper black than this one. This is more of a muted, darker gray, I guess you could say. I chose to only go with the green and orange because I'm using them in this specific way. The green, if I write this symbol in my notebook, just like I did here, if I write this symbol, the green will be tasks and things of interest. So here I said, revisit your workspace and modify or update. This is like the Leonardo da Vinci, where I want to learn about something. I'm going to make it green, and then I'm going to write the note of the thing that I want to learn. The orange is going to have the same symbol, but this is going to be for things that are of high importance. So if I have something that I really need to do that's really important, it's going to have that symbol there. Also, in green, I'm going to write the date. If it's a normal day, meaning I don't have anything important planned, it's going to be in green. But if I know I'm going to have a busy day, or if it's a high intense day, I'm going to put it in orange. This way I know what that day held for me. For example, Saturday 22nd, just a normal day. Same thing with Sunday, but Monday was supposed to be a busy day. You see this here? It's in orange. It turned out not to be that busy, but tomorrow will definitely be busy. The Elegant Writer is a 2.0 tip, and that is used to write the hour. So the time for each entry is highlighted in that. And obviously to practice my calligraphy. Same with the green and the orange, used for the time. The black zebra pen is used for regular entries. That's just my regular entry pen, right? So I'm just using that for every entry. The red zebra pen is used to highlight something or to have something stand out. I mostly do that for my gratitude. So I put grateful to be able to work, learn, and grow. It's just something to pop out. And I also use it to scold myself. For example, lesson. Take the time to learn and figure something out. And then I'll write what the lesson is. Don't leave things unfigured out. Figure it out and grow. Again, things of high importance to pop out and stand out at me. And then lastly, my Micron pen in gray is meant for sketches. This is what I'm going to use to sketch something out. Okay, fine. Maybe not always, but I'm going to try my best to make it so that every time that I'm working on something, it's going to be sketched out as if it were a pencil. So that's my pencil without having to carry a pencil. I find calligraphy very relaxing. So I'm practicing my lettering, and I take the time to write out the dates in this way so that I have something to practice and I could really learn to slow down, because I need to slow down to make these letters. This is my therapy. Oh, and then the pouch in the back has another journal where I'm writing things about confidence. I'm learning about confidence, and everything that I learn, I write in here. And then I have this Jersey Mike's bag that I made that carries scrap pieces of paper, because the other day I left this at home, but I brought my bag because I always carry my bag. No problem. I needed to journal something. So I pulled out a piece of paper and I stored it back in here. And when I was done, I got home and I glued it. And now it's part of my journal. And that concludes my EDC. Thanks for watching.